Patricia, have you started listening to interpretation yet? We're trying to make sure you can hear.
Buena, qué buena.
Say that again, Patricia.
Hola Ceci, bien, qué bueno que vas a hacer la traducción. Y te escucho muy bien, Ceci, gracias.
Great, thank you. Hi, Jill. Hi, Elise. Hi, Emily. Hi, Laura. And is that your grandson?
This is Bella.
Hi, Bella. How are you? I'm Linda.
Good.
Glad you're here with us.
Yeah.
Susie, good morning. Good morning, all in the Gampa. How are you? It's good to see everyone here. Morning, Robbie. Morning, Andre. Morning, Hein. Good morning, Venerable Tenzin Lamo. Morning, Mary. Geshe-la has arrived.
Okay. Please turn to page 34 in the gold prayer book on your desk, and we'll chant Shakyamuni Buddhist mantra 3 times. Te ata o mune mune maha muna yeso Te ata o mune mune maha munaye soha. Te ata o mune mune Mahamunaye Soha. And now the medicine Buddha versus praise and mantra also on the same page. Bhagawan with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispel of disease and the three poisons. I prostrate to medicine Buddha lapis light. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze Maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze Maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze Maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Okay, and now the four measurables also on the same page. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from a happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness in the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. Okay, now the verse of praise and mantra, fortune raising on page 37. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings. To you, Chen Reisig, I'll sing one, I prostrate. Om mani padme hum. 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 Another verse of praise and mantra for green Tara, also on page 37. Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from the 8 fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om tare tu re soha. Om tare tu re soha. Om Taritu Taritu 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 Re Soha. I'll go back to page 34 in the Gold Prayer Book, and Geshe-la will lead us in the Refuge in Generating Bodhicitta prayer.
Oh, sorry, I'm just waking up. Sanje Chudam
Danso Kicho Nam La
Janjo
Janchu Padu
Bano
Dani Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyengi Pesunam Gi Dola Venture Sange Tu Pasho
Sanje
Chudanso Kicho Nam La Janchu Padu Dani Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyengi Pesunam Gi Dola Venture Sange Tu Pasho
Sanje
Chudanso Kicho Nam La Janchu Padu Dani Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyangi Pesanamgi Dola Venture Sange Tu Pasho.
Padala Minami Anja Ombada Anja Jalazu Chechi Choma Chama Chabana Sanje Asura Rabaji Mandaji Tambishi Dishi Namolai Kedamu Danji Timanami Kange to Zenyazo and Davada Vivon Charles. Good morning. Good night. Any question, Linda?
Sure, Geshe-la. Do you
Uh,
want to tackle the one about helping us visualize the unity of bliss and
uh,
voidness today?
Any other questions?
Yes.
Any other questions? Yeah, another question.
Another one is about karma. I've
Mm.
been told that when you marry someone, you take on their karma. How would that work?
Huh?
So I've been told that when you marry someone, you take on their karma. So how would that work?
I never heard that. Any donation? Dr. Brown, please. Yeah, because I never married. Went to monastery when I was 7 years old. No clue.
Doesn't sound like karma to me.
Yeah, I never
Everybody
heard.
has their own individual karma. You know, we all have collective karma, like to be here today, but we all, you know, that's something that we each individually generate. So you don't take on somebody else's karma.
Very good. Wonderful. Excellent. Yeah. Anybody else? Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, from what I've been taught and everything, and I'm sure everyone else has been taught about karma, and that is that we can't create anybody else's karma,
Mm.
right? We create our own karma.
Mm.
Karma is action.
Oh, that's point. Yeah.
Yeah, so every act is a karma. I just had a talk with guys in prison Friday, and they're feeling so responsible for the fact they're in prison. One guy's mother, or I think his wife, has cancer, and he feels like he created that. He's the cause of that. And I said, no, her cancer is her cancer. She created the cause and the conditions for that.
Oh.
You created the cause and the conditions for you to be here now. So we got to stop thinking that we're responsible for other people's actions, other people's karma. That's not really being kind and loving to ourselves by doing that. And we need to be loving and kind to ourselves.
Very good. Yeah. Vincent. Hello, Vincent. Yeah. Yeah.
if it were possible to take on someone else's karma, the Buddhas in their infinite compassion would have already taken on all of our negative karma.
Yeah, that's a good
But
point.
I
That's a
don't know
fair,
about
that's
you. Yeah.
fair point. I think that's fair.
Almost exactly what I would venture to say. It's that misconception that anybody thinks that being in a relationship, or not even just married, just being in a relationship with somebody, that you're going to fix or help somebody in that way, as if you're actually taking on anything of theirs. And I think it's a complete misconception, not even getting into karma and otherwise, just like in a relationship, it has to be healthy. If you think you're fixing or, taking on somebody else's burden in that way, it's a misconception straight away.
Oh,
Yeshua?
This is Camilla.
yeah, okay.
Well, we can't take, it's my understanding with everybody else that we can't take on anybody else's karma, but the fact that I meet somebody and I marry them is part of causes and conditions coming together and a ripening of my karma. The connection doesn't happen. It happened. Is that accurate? I created the karma to meet the Dharma, right? And the causes and conditions came together. Am I off base here?
What did she say? Fear?
Am I off base? Is that correct, Yeshua? That, it's my
Correct.
karma that leads me to meet people,
I'm not qualified to judge.
Well, no.
Very
Well,
good
yes.
point. So see, it's kind of complex,
Mhm.
the question, first think about, karma is like Sanskrit word, it's not even Tibetan word. It's karma, the Sanskrit word. So we, as a human, we talk, we do things physically, and then that requires some kind of thought. Without thought, we don't do anything. So some kind of intention or motivation. So according to Buddhist philosophy, actions like physical action, verbal actions, mental action basically refers to thought or intention or motivations. That's it. Mental action is no different than thought. So indirectly, like marrying someone, so then taking over,
Taking on their karma.
taking on means like taking over. Yeah, so
Sharing.
taking over somebody's body, speech, and mind.
Or just sharing their karma, like it's combined, I guess.
Because there's a reason, probably everybody agree, whether you call that karma, whatever you call, coincidence, luck, pure coincidence, whatever you call, getting two people together, there's some reason, right? There's a reason why you get together. Maybe you have common interests. Yeah, there's many reasons. So now question is much deeper than that, like why you have common interest in chemistry between these two people, why you feel that with this particular person, why not somebody else? It's not like the first time you only met this in your life, or you met multiple people throughout your life, but you kind of connect with one person. If someone asks why, this question, so need to think how to explain. The reason, whether you call karma, action, or Tibetan word lay, or doesn't, then something else. Doesn't have to be that. Explain how you're going to explain. So now share like there's like the common as such as like environment disaster like earthquake, tsunami, storm, like group of people affected by same thing. And a group of people, not always from the negative side, also group of people rewarded, you know, or promoted or rewarded or whatever, like something good, has to have reason. It can be coincident. If it's coincident, then why did it happen to other group? You know, need to probably keep our mind open, keep our mind open. You can't just close due to your own religious belief. This is good to always keep your mind open. You know, there's possibilities, you know, possibilities. So now sharing, when it comes down to common things like same interest, going to look at a museum in somewhere in Europe, there's a common interest. In that case, probably you could say sharing your interests. Both have same reason why you like both like to look at the architect. So like that's been like dated like thousands of years. Maybe you have mutual interest. So there's many things need to explain. That's why that's why I'm saying always good to keep your mind open for possibilities. You know. So then there's uncommon. But it's hard to believe that two persons will say the same thing all the time. That's almost impossible. Two people having the same thought all the time, that's impossible. Same people doing physically the same thing all the time, that's impossible. Even moving like this, you create, this is called action. It's create actions. So two people verbally, physically, when it comes down to thought, it's almost impossible to say we are going to have same thought. Even the twins, Siamese twin, what you call twin? Identical twin, even they have, you know, like a lot of similarity, but you know, like different. You can say they have 100% think the same thing. That's almost impossible. So therefore, there are like uncommon actions being created by individual like interests, mental inclinations. You know, so then there's like uncommon, common that both have both interests doing something together, probably created some like action together. So that action might go on and on from maybe life after life. So and the sharing is more based on common. Uncommon, I don't think you can really share. Almost like planting the seed for orange and hoping it's going to be mango. It's probably not going to be mango. It's going to be orange because you plant the orange seed. It's not going to be mango like that. It's like same like very second moment, the action has been created, very second moment, it turns into tendency. So then, you know, it will probably last longer. So then according to Buddhism, then that imprint is printed on consciousness. So which probably goes, which kind of continues. So, so then what else? I think that's pretty much it.
Okay. We do have another question that just came in. Let me just find it real quick. Sorry. Okay, the question is, a few weeks ago, you asked us to think about the connection between faith and prayer. It seems as if you have to have faith before you pray, because why would you pray and who would you be praying to if you did not have faith?
So that question has been asked 20 years ago. I already answered 20 years ago. I've been here 22 years. So Can you please repeat one more time?
Sure. A few weeks ago,
Mm.
you asked us to think about the connection between faith and prayer. It seems as if you have to have faith before you pray, because why would you pray and who would you be praying to if you did not have faith?
If you have already have faith while you pray, there's many, many questions inside there.
Mhm.
First one, if you have faith while you pray,
I think that, well, let's see here.
it looks like there's many questions inside one
Right.
question. In order
Uh,
to pray, if you have to have faith,
The question is asking, it seems as if you have to have faith
faith in order to pray,
before prayer.
your prayer.
And is that correct? Otherwise,
It seems like not correct.
do you have to have faith before prayer?
No, I'm asking this
Mhm.
question hinting that's probably wrong. This question is hinting having a faith before prayer is not right.
No, I think the question is.
Sorry, my ignorance is very thick.
No. And if the person who asked it would like to comment and clarify the question, feel free to unmute. But in my interpretation, I would think she's asking, is this correct? That it does make sense to have faith before you pray, because otherwise, why would you be praying and to who?
Yeah, but I will probably say yes. I'm not sure what you're going to say. I'll probably say yes. Without faith, you don't pray, do you? Huh? So say like there's another thing.
Well, people without faith have found that if they do the exercise of praying, that they develop faith. And in keeping with what the Buddha taught about, don't just take my word for it, which is blind faith, try it out, test it.
Right.
So I would argue that you don't need to have faith before praying, that you develop faith through prayer.
Make sense? Huh? You agree with that?
In Mother Teresa's autobiography, she very clearly states that she was praying for faith, that she had a daily struggle with generating the faith enough to walk out into those horrible places in Calcutta and taking care of these very poor people. She struggled with that. Mother Teresa struggled with that.
So
she was praying.
let's talk about the faith. What is faith? How you define faith? How you define faith? What is faith? What is faith? What is the importance of faith? What is faith? What is the importance of faith? What is the importance of faith? Is it something that good to have or not good to have? So there's many questions. What is faith? What is the importance of faith? Yeah, so in my monastery, this question you never hear. People just go, they never question, nobody asks. So that's why I was kind of froze. 20 years ago, somebody said, what is faith? Like, no, what is faith? Yeah, not faith, like, sorry, what is prayer? I've been praying like since I was 7. I never thought about asking that question, what is prayer? All of a sudden you come to here, the West, in the United States, then what is a prayer? So even someone asked me, is there any prayer to help to be born as a cat? So that's something we try very hard not to be born. So all of a sudden somebody asking you to pray to be born as a cat. The 2 occasions I completely froze my brain, completely froze. I don't know what to say. So then since then, I've been thinking, yeah, the question probably has to have answer. What is faith? What is the importance of faith? Do we need faith in order to what? In order to what? To have calm mind, peaceful mind, easygoing life. For what? No, so that's important. Yeah, I'm going to say something. What is faith? What is important for faith? Do we need that? If yes, for what? I think there's no question need to be asked.
So my sense is that here, you know, you start with praying out of mere faith or aspiring faith. And I think here the fruit of a prayer is, she's thinking of the faith of conviction faith. I think that's what the struggle is here. Because, you know, everyone, when you're a nun or whatever, you have great, you know, mere faith. But then you have to have the faith of conviction. And she needed that in order to go to the streets of Calcutta and, you know, believe that they were also Jesus. So I think that's what it is. It's the definition of the kind of faith.
Yeah, so
that she
can you
was looking for.
please say the three types of faith in English?
Right.
There are
there's-
according to Buddhism, there are three different types of faith. Please listen, then I'm not asking you to believe, I'm just asking you to learn. And as I said, me always keep our mind open for the possibilities. Keep closing your mind is not good. You just become stubborn. So then what it does for you, probably not great good. Always keep your mind open, learn much as possible. So here, according to Buddhism, there are like three types of faith. You listen, think, did I experience any of those? Just think, okay? Something to the foundation for foundations. When it's come down to faith, according to Buddhist philosophy or Buddhism, there's like three faiths have been listed. So based on that, probably think, no need to accept, just think.
Yeah. So there's the aspirational or yearning faith, like, you know, when you go into a church. Clarifying lucid faith and conviction. Clarifying or lucid faith, and then faith of conviction.
Okay, that makes sense? There's more like feeling, like sometimes when you walk into something, like say, it's common expression like in Europe or maybe in Tibet, there's a monastery, people just walk in, they feel like kind of like, there people say like energy, whatever it is. I'm not sure when they see like, oh, there's so much energy, people say. Could be, related to the ancient ruins or maybe some temple that you walk in, you feel kind of like peace. No, don't have really reason, but you just feel. That's called the second one, clear. Yeah, that's literally translated word, Tibetan word, Tangwe. Tang means like, there's nothing to be clear about physical body. Don't feel clear, but you feel in the mind something kind of like, how is it? Radha Brown, you experienced that when you went to Nepal? Second faith? Do you experience the second faith?
Clarifying or lucid faith?
Lucid, I don't understand. Second English language, lucid, I don't, that's the first one.
Just,
Did you ever experience walking into some environment you feel kind of like, wow, like kind of like, did you ever feel that? Did you ever experience in your life that when you walk into, whether it could be church, could be temple, could be, that you feel like kind of like lifted, like kind of like in peace?
yeah, I think yeah, for sure. I was thinking the Tibetan people, for example, you mentioned at the monastery, you never, even the question came up, if you go to Dharmasala, the whole Tibetan culture has some sort of karmic, really is fortuitous, but they just have natural faith in the Dharma, natural faith in His holiness. And it's sort of almost built into the culture. They don't have a lot of deep knowledge of Buddha Dharma, but they do have faith. I know His Holiness has, for example, has been encouraging the Tibetan people to actually learn the Dharma, learn the actual teachings, so that their faith is not so kind of, it could be a little bit shaky if you don't have a strong background in Buddha Dharma. I don't know. That's one thing I can think of. The other thing is, I mean, I'm just thinking of what I've seen and what I've experienced is I think we're here today because we have faith, or as Robbie would say, confidence. That's Alex Burzen's translation of faith in Toots Children. They say, well, faith is confidence. You go to refuge because of, faith in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, but they say confidence. So I think that's a little bit easier word to relate to. But I mean, my first experience of Buddha Dharma, I didn't have any faith. I was at Kopan and I was like, this is interesting, and I didn't have any faith until actually I went up and, the teachings made sense and I could see. So this is one thing I think is we in the West, we sort of experience. We wonder like, well, should I have faith? It's not like flipping on a light switch. I have faith, 1 minute I don't, the next minute I do. I think it's a process over a lifetime of practice where we get a little bit of benefit and then our confidence or faith begins to grow. The more we practice, the stronger our faith becomes. But for me, particularly, was meeting my teachers and seeing, for example, seeing that Lama Yeshe, and I actually made a point of interviewing both of them at that first November course, because I said, well, this all sounds good and great, but I want to see if they are who they seem to be and who people claim they are. And I went and met both of them individually, or Lama Yeshe with a group of people, but I felt like, yeah, they are the real deal. And then I met His Holiness and I said, these are people that are walking the talk and they are extraordinary people. So that makes me want to practice because I want to be like them. This is what they're practicing. So it gave me a lot of faith to practice the Dharma. So I think at the end of the day, for me, it was my teachers that gave, and my whatever practice I was able to do that gave me some conviction faith. I'm still working on it. I'm like Mother Teresa, so it's a process.
Very good, wonderful. So wanting to be something, wanting to be like that. So that is, according to Buddhist philosophy, that's a faith. That's also faith. It is faith. When do you get the first one? The aspiration faith.
Yes,
So
aspiration.
that's the faith. So see, the last week, one of our center members, she found a wallet full of credit card. And eventually, like, it's kind of unfortunate, like she even run back behind the car, but the person saw her, probably thought that she's kind of crazy. But so that's kind of unfortunate. The first thought that rise is not positive. Even somebody's trying to help you, you still. So that's why the life gets complicated, not because somebody decide, okay, you should be more miserable. No, because our thought. We don't have precious thought. We don't have noble thought. We do have thought, let's say 100 every single day. Out of that, 99, probably not good. How your life can be better? Impossible. It's not about believing in religion or not believing in religion. Just like the thought, that's not based on religion. Whether you believe in religion or not, you really have thought. So the first thought, even somebody trying to help, running over your car, first thought come rise, or somebody's asking me money or maybe something. I'm not making this up. That person said to her, that's what then kind of he's apologizing, not having a positive thought. Even she's running after him with his wallet, driver license, full of credit card, trying to do something, first thought. That's unfortunate. Anyway, so when she returned, this is not written in the book, it just happened. So then what he said, like, so I said, like, I can have faith in humanity. So that means that there are good human. Not every human is like horrible. So that faith, what it means, like, oh, I could easily have faith in humanity. That word faith has been used. What that means is like, it's more like conviction faith, maybe last one. Because you are convinced that somebody is doing something good. Then based on that, now you think, oh, not every human. Maybe next time somebody follow his car, he'll probably think twice before he drive away. Like that. The last one, conviction faith. So that's why in the class I said, keep your mind open, learn as much as possible. The last faith, conviction faith. You need reason. You can't just blindly follow. You have to have reason. So that reason that you experience something, you felt something, you experience something. So that, so that is the faith, 3 types of faith according to Buddhism. So now think about what in the teaching, some books, what it says, when the seed get burned, it will never produce anything. You can keep seed in the box. It still has ability to produce something if you put it into ground to give all the proper condition, even though you kept that in like box like hundreds of years, it still will produce something if you plant and like give the proper care, it will produce something. When that seed get burned, it's finished. That ability to produce something is finished. Teba may be me. Teba may be me, I'm like kabichana michides. So just think, I'm not asking you to believe. I'm just telling you what is said in some books. Teba may be means a person without faith. So now we are thinking about the 3 things. You have no aspirations whatsoever. We have no like second one, clearing. So sorry, it sounds much better in Tibetan, second one, but in English, I'm not sure, like there's English word, so when you hear that, what message you get? What in English word it says?
There's lucid or clarifying.
Yeah,
and then-
clarifying. I'm not sure what that means, but Tame Tepa is something to do with your mind, your feeling. It's not like something you feel good. So now we think about these 3 things: aspirations, no aspirations. No, like I say, when you walk into some environment, when like you feel great, you feel good, you feel kind of peace. That one. Second one. Third one, you have concrete reason why I should practice kindness, compassion. I saw the result in myself, in other people. So that's why I embrace compassion. So that you are convinced, you are 100% convinced. Same like taking medicine. Oh, when you have headaches, Tylenol or Advil, there's many of them. You take, you are convinced it will kind of eliminate your headache. That's why you take. There's conviction faith based on experience. You had experience last month when you had it, you took help. That kind of convince you, take it again, it will help. That's called conviction. That's based on reason or experience, last one. So now, what the text said, Teba may be mean person without faith. Now, these 3 things. It's hard to generate positive thought. Is that true? I'm not asking you to believe, is that true? Similarly, the seed that was burned, it will probably never produce sprout. Sprout. This what said the 4-line, one stanza. 대밤에베 민남라 까비처럼 미치듯. Person without faith is have probably hard to, how you say, have positive. First, you have no aspirations. Hard to have positive thought. So now think about whether you call it not, how you generate positive thought, how you generate. You should have some reason. It's not automatic. We all know it's not automatic. So how you can generate something precious thought, noble thought, positive thought, how? You know, drinking tea doesn't help. How now? The question, I'm the not only one who has thought. We all have thought, right? So we all have like to answer. How you think something good? How? Is it possible? First of all, is it possible to think something good? And how you think something good if you don't have any faith? These three things. If you have no aspirations, second one called time, last one is convictions. You are convinced. So why you have faith in your doctor? When you go to see your doctor, people say, "I have faith in my doctor." I have faith in the word faith has been used in many occasions. It's not just in religious ceremony. We have to be fair. We do use faith in many different ways. So each time when you use, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like, is this like some kind of aspirations, or that you are convinced, or so something to think about. Teba maybe mean it's hard to have to, how you say, to basically have the positive thought if you have no faith. Is that true? Just think about it. Is that true? People who have faith, maybe for easier for them to think something positive. Like having a faith in compassion, loving kindness, altruistic attitude. So, you know, so that's just want to quote what text says. You know, otherwise, life probably become like the seed that's been burned. We probably never produce anything. So what else?
We can go back to a karma question that came up from previously, which is,
So that it makes sense. The 1 second, like, not having a faith, is it hard to develop any positive thought if you don't have faith? Could be that faith doesn't have to be always like towards the holy object. Do we have faith in ourselves? Do you have faith that you can become enlightened? Or it's just myth? Oh, I used to be so angry person. I used to be so angry. So I went to participate in different types of workshop. I meditate, I read, and I thought now I've become more like, how you say, I'm able to tolerate more different things. And like before, like doesn't require much. It's just somebody say some word, not doing anything physical, some word that you just explode. So now you are thinking and thinking, breathing and sitting back, and you are thinking, and probably learn how to protect yourself. And you kind of build armor around yourself. And somebody says something, oh, now I see there's more like echo and there's no substance. It's not hurting physically, and it's not like, it's like somebody like poke you with your body with a pin, then it hurts. Of course, you probably scream or hurt. But the word, is it possible to look at that word as an echo, something that has no substance? So what happens? So when you meditate on daily basis, when you meditate, so then when you come out of your meditations, every event that's happening in your life before that you without second you react right away. So now you learn oh Tadakomne Sotuk is Sotuk, six senses. Six senses. That's where so much been fit through six senses. Seeing, color, shape, hearing, sound, smelling, tasting something, touching something. That's why life become complicated. So every information you get by seeing something is not positive. Can you imagine everything you see, you receive positive information. Everything you hear, you receive positive information. Everything you smell, that's probably harder. Everything you taste, Tibetan words called tabaramjam, just pure, just pure. There's nothing wrong, just pure. And I find out it's my perception. There's something I have power to change. It's my perception. So all my reaction is based on my perception, is not necessarily on the fact. Maybe there's 1% is fact, there's 99% I just projected. Like in my hometown, the winter time is so cold. It's like 14,000 feet above sea level. Winter time is so cold. So during the daytime, there's some sun. What do? We don't have washing machines. You wash your clothes with hand. So then you dry them outside. Night, it kind of froze. You're trying to know there's no indoor bathroom. You have to go like probably 10 yards to go to the bathroom. It's way out there. So you walk out the door and like somebody's like coming towards you. And then you freak out. Things go. Then you start to see head. You start to see eye, red eye. Then all kind of things you start to see. It's your clothes. It's your shirt. Then something is there. It's one person is there. It's all frozen. So now you are all like panic. You are in panic mode, fear. Maybe wake up all the family, rest of the family wake up for nothing. So then everybody will come with a torchlight and go there. It's like it's your shirt. So that mind created. You just react. After the meditations, when you come out of meditation, every event you thoroughly analyze. You don't react right away. You take your time, you breathe, take your time. Try to think from the bigger picture. You are not just focusing right here. You are just pulled back and thinking big. What it does, it protects you. Otherwise, you are about to destroy yourself. That's all what you're trying to do. No matter what kind of appearances that appear, whether it's good or positive or negative, neutral, anything that appears, we just caught up with the appearances. We can't go beyond because we just caught up with what we see. We can't go beyond. We cannot see beyond. If you do total analysis, there's possibility you can see the fact. Fact? What is fact? That's your shirt. That's the fact. That's your shirt. That's the fact. You probably could see. You just come down. You don't need to wake up everybody else. You can come down and just check and do total analysis. You prevent all this fear and panic. Just analyzing. Finds out this piece of cloth that belongs to you. It's not ghost like that. Nezu jemba. Nezu means reality. Jemba means like, I say, raw. Jemba literally means raw. What is raw? There's a piece of cloth. That's the raw. Everything else is projected. Now, please think about, is that true? Do we project? Yeah, of course we project. Do we exaggerate? Yeah, we do exaggerate, unfortunately. What happens when the moment you exaggerate, you are getting far away from the fact. So whatever stress or level of stress, fear, anxiety caused by moving far away from a fact that can be solved. You just need wisdom. Just need wisdom to solve. So, yeah, like do you have faith in yourself? Do you have faith? As a Buddhist, you're supposed to have faith. You're supposed to believe you possess Buddha nature. It's only a matter of time we can get enlightened. Do you have faith that your life is precious? Did you ever thought about that your life is precious? Did you ever thought about life is precious? It's been said repeatedly. Think about the moment you wake up, be grateful that you are breathing, you are seeing people there that are having so hard time just seeing, running here, running there, spending all this money. When they start to see something, they feel so happy. Do you ever feel happy just knowing that you can see? No, you don't feel happy. Oh, it's just a mistake. It's a mistake. Oh. Buddhism, what in Buddhism is called precious human life. So difficult to find so meaningful tanjor, precious human life. Tenje, meaningful. How many times you told yourself, oh, my life is not meaning? That's ignorance. You can't grow if you think like that. You can't grow. Oh, my life is no meaning. That's totally ignorance. It's not wisdom. So tanjor tenje nyeka is so difficult to find. So then you cherish. You cherish. So there's teaching called Lam Rim. Lam is the path, Rim is stages of path. The book is like this size. It's been written 675 years ago, long time ago. So we do study that and try to meditate, remind yourself on daily basis, meditate. So in that book, and of course in the beginning, there talks about, very beginning, talks about importance of spiritual teachers. The second most important topic is precious human life. So now ask yourself questions. Not asking you to believe in Buddhism, just ask yourself questions. Did you ever thought that your life is meaningful, so precious, so difficult to find? Did you ever thought? Some people are doing that year after year, receiving a lot of benefit, not losing their head or hand by thinking that. So, or you just think yourself, oh, I'm just bad. I don't know why I'm just bad. That's who am I. No good, because that means you don't have faith in yourself. What do you mean faith means you can do better, or I can say something nice, or I can think something good, or I can think that I can increase their thought, positive thought, or like that. So that's why, according to if you are Lamrim meditator, Lamrim practitioner, that's what you do every day. Remind yourself, oh, your life is so precious, so meaningful, so difficult to find. Make sure this precious human life doesn't slip through your hand by doing nothing. It kind of reminds you. Huh? So then, if you are not liberated, liberation means you are free from all the complications. You are free from all the complications. So right now, see, getting married, not getting married, living single, not married, all getting job, not getting job, everything comes with the complications, problems. What is that? That's the nature of samsara. Don't ever think that it's not shocking. It's kind of expected. Or not being satisfied. Oh, that's part of samsara. It's not just me. We don't content. We are not satisfied, like that. Nyeba meba. Uncertainty. Oh, that's part of the life. Uncertainty. Even though you think you have power to change, maybe reality probably you don't. Like that. Nyeba meba. Uncertainty, ngumba meba, dissatisfaction is part of life. Just accept. Just don't fight. Just accept. There's nothing you can do. If you really don't like, deep down from your heart, what do? Liberate. Liberate yourself from samsara for good. So then you don't experience that anymore. Finish. Oh, nyeba meba, ngumba meba. Losing loved one, that's part of life. It's not like everybody looking for. This happens. Encounter something you don't like, that happens. That's all part of life. Reminding yourself this with the meditation every day, when it happens, it's not a shock. You already know it happens. Then you deal with calmer mind. When it happens, you deal with that event with calmer mind rather than just you 100% went to shocking mode. So that's why, meditate. You just review meditation, analytical meditation, concentration meditation. This is all betterment for the life. It makes your life, even though you are not free, completely free from samsara, but even being part of samsara, your life will be relatively easier because you have all this knowledge and you are 100% convinced that you can grow, you can go up, go higher. You have conviction faith. You are 100% convinced. Oh, I used to be a very angry person. Now I think somebody does something. I think somebody comes before anybody breaks anything in my kitchen, I just go out of my mind. So now somebody breaks, I think you die, things break, it happens. It's not just end of the world. So now you grow. Somebody breaks something, doesn't bother us. Then even you end up advising people in the kitchen, anything breaks, don't scream, don't make stories, just let it go. Why? Breaking a piece of glass in your kitchen, destroy all your happiness, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So now you are, so then now slowly, you have become more calm and more grounded and more like minute something happened, you are taking your time, you are thinking. You are not reacting, you are thinking. You are assessing. You are assessing the event very thoroughly. What I'm looking for happiness. If I cannot find one, at least you protect. There's something you can do. Don't ever tell me that you cannot do. That's not true. That's not true. Somebody else did it. You could do. Same human. Someone who killed 999 human beings can be better. Why you think that you cannot be better? Why? You should have reason why. So that's why the faith is now questions all over faith. It's important. Having a faith in yourself, having a faith in others, it's good things. It's not bad things, it's good things. Having a faith in compassion, loving kind, that's the good things. It's not weakness, it's the strength. It's a strength. It's good things. Seeing all the world is like horrible, that's not good thought. That's not precious thought. That's not noble thought. That's disturbing thought. It's kind of destroying your happiness. So now there's some other text that says like Dani Dagi Dai Injis. You are your own enemy. You are only your protector. Does that make sense? You see, you read this, Dani Dagi Guinji, Dani Dagi. You are your own enemy, you are only your protectors. Is that make sense? Yeah, now when you think deep, it makes sense. It makes sense. Am I destroying my own happiness? Probably we do all the time. Because we have faith in something wrong. We have faith in, oh, just bust or just express, scream, yell. We are going to get what you want. Probably not true. Do you like to be screamed? You like to be in environment, somebody screaming to you? No. Why you think there's somebody else like when you scream? It's nothing to do with religion. That's the fact, you know. People don't like to be screamed. So, loving kindness, compassion, kindness, that's the best thing. Most hardest thing to do, the best thing. Getting angry is the easiest thing to do, not the best thing. You know? Wish to help others, that's the noble thought. That's the precious thought. You will get a lot of benefit. You will get immense benefit having this precious thought, wishing to help others. Altruistic attitude. Intentions want to benefit others. Oh, because like people, you know, like you, when you being kind to people, they don't ask what kind of religion you follow. They just, oh, you are a very kind person. They don't ask what you believe. When you be kind to your cat asks you what religion you believe. No. So, kindness, compassion, it's not a sign of weakness. That's totally ignorance. That's a misunderstanding. 100% misunderstanding. Compassion is the strength. It's the strength. Oh. So, you know, in order to have to make your life more calm, more peaceful, we need a lot of noble thought, a lot of precious thought. We need less disturbing thought. If you do that, you don't need religion. Why you need religion? You don't need religion. You are doing pretty well. You are doing pretty well. So, not in religion. Why you need to believe? Why you believe in this and this and that? Don't you believe? Because you are doing pretty well. You're thinking, you know. So then it's possible Tabaram Jam, just pure. Is that possible? It's possible. It's possible. Oh. See one person think something good, two person thinking good, three person, doesn't matter, American, Tibetan, Asian, doesn't matter, you have something, some positive thought, you just, moment you see someone, you're wishing them to be happy. Isn't that amazing? How much like, that's why I'm saying you get immense benefit. You are just one. Other, there's limited number. You see, you wish, or you say, oh, precious human life, another precious human life, you know. Yeah, so that I think according to my observations, I think faith is very much needed. Without faith, you have to have inspirations, aspiration.
Aspiration.
You have to have aspirations. Yeah, so you have to have faith, not just in like some holy object. You have to have faith in yourself. You can be liberated. Okay, so then please think about whenever next time, whenever you discuss with some other people about faith, think about these three things. It's not just believing in these three things. So faith. So also think about, then please again think about person without faith. It is like seed that's been burned. Seed that's been burned. Is that true? I'm not asking you to believe, just analyze. Just analyze. Like what Shakyamuni Buddha said, Buddha give us full freedom. Buddha didn't ask you to believe. Buddha said, analyze. Not just analyze, total analyze. Ask, question, many as possible. Ask. When you buy a gold, in ancient time, what do? You burn, make sure that you get the pure gold. You burn, you cut, you rub. That's how you buy gold. That's how you make sure that you get the worth out of your money. For people nowadays, you do the same thing. Whenever we buy, you do a lot of research. Why are you doing research? Make sure that you get the best. That's why you do research. Same thing. Same thing. You research, analyze. Okay, so Buddha said, when you buy a gold, you do go through 3 tests. Similarly, please do to my teachings, what I taught. Then after that analysis, you can accept. That's how you accept. Which means not out of respect. Don't take my word out of respect. Why? Down the road, it's not good because why? People will start to think. They have tons of questions. They start to questions. So then it's not good because you accept merely out of respect. Now it's not good. It's not doing anything good for you. So that's why analyze. So then when mind start to think, oh, you can do deep analysis, then there's nothing fake. It's everything Buddha taught is based on the fact. Based on the fact. Oh, okay. So just want to share this with you. So I myself, so don't ever think that I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm from head to toe imperfect. But I'm trying. That's all I'm doing, trying. Day by day, surviving day by day. Not easy. Even went to the monastery when I was 7 years old. Can you imagine? I spent whole my life in the monastery. Not easy. Wearing this robe doesn't help much. Thought, need to think, daily basis, need to think. The moment you wake up, make sure that some positive thought that rise rather than negative thought. That's something you can do. That requires some effort. And doing that with joyfully, not just by fear or like, oh, so happy. Like, then eventually you feel like, oh, my life is so blessed. I feel like fortunate. I feel like my life is meaning. Eventually, slowly, that thought more frequent throughout the day. Then good, then it's good. Try all my best to benefit people. If not, my first commitment, I'll make sure today I will not destroy anybody's happiness. That's my commitment. So then you feel like your life's meaning, that you are, so then probably if you die tomorrow, you don't have much regret. When you look back, there's nothing much to regret. And it may not become shocking because you meditate on death every single day. You meditate on death every single day. So it's definite. Time is uncertainty. We have idea. We have no clue. We have ideas. Oh, I'm going to be here forever. This idea. There's no evidence. It's idea. So then every day you are surviving day by day. Make sure this day goes well. This moment goes well. There's a possibility maybe this day could go well. It's all begin with this present moment. Okay. Yeah, so then completely admit life is not perfect. Life is not perfect. Somebody can say, oh, your life is perfect. That's not true. It's not perfect. In my case, it's never been perfect since from beginning this time. But I'm trying to achieve the perfections. Hard, but it requires every day thinking, whether you call meditation or not. It is meditation. You are thinking every day, reminding yourself your life is precious. Every single day, reminding yourself your life is precious, meaningful, so difficult to find. Why? Then brainstorm. Then it's called like analytical meditation. You go to analytical meditation. So this get better and better. Oh. Yeah, otherwise, like, unfortunately, it's not easy. It's not easy. So don't think too far down the road, just highway, one step at a time, one step at a time. Oh, so life then we have to have faith in ourselves. I can be better. You have to have faith. If not, then you have to have reason, concrete reason why not. Concrete reason why your life, why your life is not precious. Why? Why is precious? You just read so many reasons we're given. You can read page by page. Now you say no precious. How many pages you have? How many pages of the reason that you have your life is not precious? Why? Just write down why. First, even in Buddhism, first you help yourself. First you help yourself. Have compassion, have loving kindness towards yourself. Then you can think about having compassion towards others. Not having anything for yourself. You even have a dream. You even have a dream helping yourself. How in the world you are going to help somebody else? Impossible. It's like hypocrisy. Did you ever dream of helping yourself? Did you ever thought about that your moral responsibility? So first help yourself. That's all about the beginning of the Lamrim is how to help yourself by understanding of what is samsara, what is karma, what is impermanent, all of that there to help yourself, to understand, to help ease yourself. So then when you look at somebody else, oh, they are going through the same thing. So then build the foundation for universal compassion. Now your compassion is not about, oh, that person my friend, that person my relative, or that person give me something. It's nothing to do with that. Simply they are not free from samsara. That's all. Then your compassion can reach far away. So that the middle scope, then it kind of builds the foundation for universal compassion. So then the last part of learning is like Mahayana path. So now you are really embracing the teaching of bodhicitta, altruistic attitude. Mahayana Buddhism widely practiced in Tibet, China, Taiwan, Vietnam, Japan. So then Theravada Buddhism, Sri Lanka, Burma, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, there are many like that. Then the last part is the bodhicitta. It's all about embracing altruistic attitude. So that is precious thought. That is precious thought. That is noble thought. You don't ever need to doubt you will get maximum benefit if you manage to harbor that thought, precious thought. The mind intentions want to benefit the best. Hardest thing, but the best. Hardest thing, but the best. So then of course, why would not you feel that your life is meaningful? Why would, I say, why would not? How you say?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you feel your life has meaning? Why wouldn't? So experience is something that each one of us has to build. You can't share. You can't just give it to somebody else. That each person has to feel. You can so much, the experience you can't explain. You cannot explain. All the method and instruction you can explain, but experience, what we call meditative experience. There's somebody that each and everyone has to feel through meditation. You can't really share, share. So next life, when you say precious human life, then it means something than just word. Now it really means something. It means something. Before just word, now you've been meditating again and again and again. Now it means something. Going to gym, first day, you are not going to have muscle. but it already began. So maybe after a month, you see something, some kind of like round shape here. It's not just laying down on the bed or thinking, oh, like going to gym doesn't produce that. You actually go there, you have to have aspiration, you go there, work hard, then you see something, like that. So in America, you say like, no pain, no gain. It's not Lamdim said, they use it. So yeah, need to, for the sake of your own happiness, is worth to put some effort. Your life will change. Next time there's ant, some small insect, they're completely safe. You are not going to hurt them. You're not going to hurt them. You don't believe hurting them, even though not human, they're completely safe. See? Temporary benefit. You're trying to rescue them, maybe put it outside because you cherish their life. Temporary benefit. So, yeah, bodhicitta, bodhicitta is like something to, the teaching of bodhicitta, particular mind are teaching something to, I would say, to study, to learn, and to think, to meditate, sake of your own happiness, okay? So now, sorry, time is way over. I took, supposed to stop at 11:30, is now 11:48. Sorry, so, oh yeah.
Okay, so let's turn to page 246 in the Gold Prayer Book, and we'll read the dedication verses from Master Shantideva. 246. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled, with the mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. I'll go to page 244. And we'll start with the long life prayers, the short long life prayers. First, for His Holiness, in the land encircled by snow mountains, you're the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chen Rezik Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. Now on page 245, long life prayer for Sarah J. Kensen Rinpoche Jetsun Losang Dalek. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age. The one who with patience received the name Alatare. The one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa and Bliss and Void, Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. And the long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche on 244. You uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as a bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, savor of myself and others, your disciples. Please live long. And then 7 green charm mantras for Geshe-la and Geshe Samples. Long, happy, healthy lives. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om tare tu re soha.
Oh yeah, thank you. So announcement.
Yes, just one very quick announcement. You all know, or many of us know, that we've been anticipating and working toward a very precious visit from our Geshe's teacher, Khensa Rinpoche, which we were expecting to happen quite soon. There's been a delay. He's still working toward getting his visa. So I just wanted you to know that it's still in the works, but it's going to be a little bit later than we had hoped for. So continue, please, to dedicate your prayers to removing obstacles for him to come, because it's going to be really a wonderful visit when he does come. I also want to just let folks know, those especially who are familiar with Lama Zopa Rinpoche and his attendant Venerable Roger. They've been here for teaching, and Venerable Roger had a fall and has broken his hip, and he's not well. So if you know him, you'll be wanting to dedicate some of your prayers for his return to health. Thank you. Oh, and very important thing, in these weeks that we've been getting ready for Khensa Rinpoche to come, so many people have been really putting a lot of wonderful work into getting ready for him. And I just want to thank all those volunteers, many, many people cleaning the Gampa, cleaning the altar, preparing things for him to come. So we're all still working toward that and looking forward to it. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you all the people on Zoom. Can see you here, just see here, maybe up here. Thank you. So please, would you mind to take maybe a moment to introduce yourself to each other? Yeah. Thank you, all the people on Zoom. Anybody watching on YouTube, have a nice Sunday.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you,
Gracias,
Geshe.
Gisela. Gracias, Ceci.
Thank you, Geshe.